You know, this week I got a lot of crap as to what phone I'm using. Because the Verizon iPhone's coming out, a lot of people said, hey, is that the Verizon iPhone? Did you get that early? And I say, no, I didn't get it early. It's not even near coming out yet. And then they say to me, but you have iPhone icons. And I'm like, yeah, that's just my UI. And they're like, I know that's your UI, but it's the iPhone UI. And I'm like, okay, dude, listen, you sound really stupid right now. That's my UI. It's a ROM by a Chinese developer. This is a Droid Incredible. That's XDA TV. And this happens to be the Android ROM rundown with Chad Hughes. Okay, so before we even get this video started, I want to show you that I got my insurance replacement from Verizon. Thank you, Verizon Wireless. This is MIUI, or MIUI as some of you might call it. It's actually a Chinese developed ROM that was ported over to a multitude of devices with language packs so that you can use it in your respective language. The first thing you're going to notice, Android fanboys, and please try not to get a headache, hold your hats on, and not let your head blow away with the speed of the crossfade animation because it looks just like the iPhone. The iPhone look is not too bad. It actually is a better look for me. I mean, it's picky choosy. It's what you like. It's whatever floats your boat. But I actually like the lack of an app drawer because I can see my apps on the screen. Not to mention MIUI has integrated folders which allow you to group your apps, which is absolutely wonderful. I mean, some of you guys might like scrolling through your app drawer non-stop, looking for the app that you're trying to find and use. But I like it being on the front of my screen, and I like being able to open up my folders like I'm doing right now and seeing everything I'm doing. It's actually great for me. Another thing you're going to notice is the power control widget bar right here. Now, what that does is it's implemented into the notification bar, and that gives you your settings right there in your notification bar, so you don't have to go looking for them or not even scroll over to the next screen to use your power controller widget if you're that lazy. You have Wi-Fi, you have data, rotation, backlight, volume, airplane mode, Bluetooth and GPS, which I must mention both work, sync, CPU, vibrate, lock, torch, reboot, and power. That is a great implementation within the ROM, and being in the notification bar just makes everything that much easier, and that's what we're all talking about here, ease of use. Not to mention this thing is a powerhouse. It runs extremely fast on any kernel that I've used so far that's an AOSP kernel. Tiamat, Invisible K number 28, amazing. The Cyanogen mod kernel that comes packaged with this, great. Anything else, pretty much works. Some things used to give you problems, but with 1.1.28, I have not seen anything wrong, or MIUI 0.6 as they might call it. I have not seen one problem, one kernel that's going wrong, and I'm running the SLCD version. So the AMOLED screen has even less problems than this, well, as far as I'm concerned, from reading around the forums and studying the phones. So you should have no problem with this ROM. It's speedy, snappy, fast, responsive with every single kernel. Well, pretty much everyone, besides the ones that don't work. And if you don't see any that don't work, I'm sorry, but please report them to me, and I'll put them in the next video. But anyway, moving on, we have the MIUI camera. Another thing that works. Things that work are very good, because we like things that work. So the first thing about the camera that we're going to show you is it works. The second thing is it takes pictures in panorama. For those of you that don't know, which makes no sense, you can either take pictures in this aspect ratio with your little side looking black letterbox things, or you can take them in panoramic mode, which will extend it across the entire screen, which is what everyone's gunning for these days, and you take your picture. Here we go, XDA TV Android ROM rundown, snapped. Works and looks very nice, and then you can go straight to the camcorder, which also works. Now, it's not 720p. 720p is acting a little shoddy, but the resolution is quite good, and you're gonna get this. Don't know why I was silent while recording that video, but I'm gonna play it back for you just so you can see how it's gonna work and how it looks. Very weird. It's actually extremely weird looking at a recording of a video that's being recorded. Wow, that was crazy. Anyway, So the camera works. Like I said, Bluetooth and GPS work. I'm going to show you a little treat here. You got the theme manager, and the theme manager actually allows you to manage your themes. Redundant, I know, but I need to reiterate that for some people. What the theme manager really does is allow you to take your imported or downloaded themes that you get from the internet and quickly change them without having to go through a lot of changes. No file and name extension changes, none of that stuff. You just kind of open up the theme manager, you import your theme, you click it, you press apply, you get to see screenshots before you even do it to see if you like it. It restarts, you have your new theme, and you're doing your thing. It's an amazing addition. You know, I mean, maybe not amazing, but it's a great addition to the ROM. It's something that a lot of ROMs don't have, and it's something that's kind of intuitive, and intuition is what makes ROMs great. Another thing you have here is the theme downloader, which is actually force closing on me. And if I showed you the theme downloader force closing, that would actually downplay the ROM, and it shouldn't be downplayed, so I'm not going to let you see that. You also have YouTube. That works, but I'm in airplane mode. Most of the apps work. It's not Gingerbread. Oh, sorry, guys. But I didn't make the ROM. It's 2.2.1. That would be frozen yogurt, and it still works. Frozen yogurt was a great little update. It didn't do much, but it did enough to make the Android platform that much better. You also have the MIUI gallery, which is actually showing Tron right now, because I have Tron pictures, but it has your drawable HDPI folders from when you download ROMs and things like that. But it's really nice. The gallery is quick. I like how it's displayed. There's no 3D stuff. There's nothing moving in the background. So if you need stuff moving, this is not for you. But it does have the a great layout. I do like the way it looks. And you know, you can same way. You can click right there at the bottom. It's really nice actually. Click the I button. You can see the info, and you can click the screen and share just like anything else. TweetDeck, SMS, whatever programs you have on your phone, it will share with. Another great thing about the user interface and the settings menu is the settings menu. It's gorgeous. I like the way they redid it. Yes, it's a little iPhone-y. Oh, big deal. But it looks really nice, and it's actually a lot easier to get to your stuff. Call settings, MMS settings, which you can theme, by the way. But I'm not going to spoil that for you. You can find that out yourself. Notification settings. Then you have your system. So everything's grouped really nicely. So if you want to go to the About Phone, you just go straight to System, where it should be. Go to About Phone, where I should click, and you see what you have. MIUI version 0.61.1.28. ADR 6300, which is actually the Droid Incredible, but I'm running the SLCD version, just so you guys know. 2.2.1 on the CPU, again, I just read that. 4 gigabytes available, blah, 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 memory, blah, blah, blah. Internal memory does mount through USB, and your programs can use the internal memory, but it's not going to show up like you want it to, so don't fret. It is an AOSP ROM, and they're making progress, and the Cyanogen mod team is making progress, as well as everyone else, so give them credit. They're doing what they can to get this internal storage fix working. But for right now, we're going to have to deal with what we have. The phone status, what you see here, is the baseband version 7.28. That is the official Froyo radio. I'm not going to get into radios right now. That's for another video, but this is the official Froyo radio. People that are running the 11.19 Evo Leak, I must say, are having problems. So if you're running that, there are a few problems that you guys are running into, and I suggest you read before you think about flashing this ROM. You also have Cyanogen, the Blaze #2 kernel, and it works quite well. No complaints. I would say go with Invisible K's #28. It is, in my opinion, the best ROM coupled with MIUI that you can get. Off of that, pretty much MIUI is a pretty solid daily driver, I would say. It's a pretty solid daily driver candidate. Most of the programs work. Actually, all of the programs work. I haven't had one force close yet besides the theme downloader, but that's recent, out of nowhere, so I have to check that out. I think he just wanted to mess with my video. SMS messages are themed, which is cool. I will show you that really quick. Let's go to the NFL mobile alert really quick, and you can see that it's themed. Okay, a little iPhone-y, but it looks cool. It looks a lot better than that Standroid Android black crap. So, don't complain. Just let it be. I have set CPU on here. You don't need to use that at all, but it's on here. So, this iPhone theme has a lot of themed icons. The regular MIUI theme is similar, but they have their own icons that they themed. You might not like it. Doesn't matter. You can download any theme that you see online that you want. and it'll work pretty much. You can use a theme manager to change it. Pain-free, no hassle. What a great ROM, right? Phone works, everything, the contacts look great. You know, contacts, you have your groups. Phone looks pretty cool, as you can see. So everything is laid out very, very well. I don't see one problem with this thing, other than the fact that it looks like an iPhone. Even when you go back to the regular theme, it still looks iPhone-y because of the layout of the screen. But you have your folders, you have everything you could need to make this either tip in the Android favor, like widget, or tip in the iPhone favor, like my apps all on the screen and I don't care what widgets I have. So, you know, you pick and choose. You can either stick to your guns or decide to change something up. Either way, this is MIUI. This is a great ROM. Rundown, now finished. Chad Hughes signing.